Hey all, it's Ordinary Hero here, back with another Sims 4 video. So today I decided to tackle the solid color challenge, a challenge I've always wanted to do, but never quite felt I'd had enough content to do. So for this challenge, I chose to use the color blue because there's just a lot of blue stuff in The Sims already, and I chose to make a blue Suburban because I thought it'd be funny with all the blue Suburban jokes. Blue Suburban jokes are funny. But anyway, I started by making the shell, which is just going to quickly go through. I wanted it to look as suburban as possible, and I also I made a little garage on the side because most suburban houses have garages. This is fairly normal, and I felt that it would be funny to add a garage, even though we don't have cars in The Sims 4, which sucks. So now I'm just adding the exterior stuff, the paneling, those get-together columns on the side. They honestly don't look as bad as I was expecting, not being able to use the white ones. But when we get to the roof trim, that part is the worst. There were no good roof trims. It was either this really ugly greenish one or this like kind of okay reddish bluish, I don't know what color that is, one. So yeah. But at least my roof tile option wasn't the worst. I got a nice dark color, which I was really happy about. Here you can see I'm just adding some windows. I really liked those little windows because I like 2 tile wide windows that have like a 1 tile opening. The problem is that we can't place them with the Alt key yet or on half tiles because that doesn't come out until the Eco Living update in about a week. So I had to make do with what I had, but I thought it looked pretty cool. I tried adding windows to the back of the garage bump out, but they just didn't look right, and I didn't know what to do about it, so I just put no windows on the back of it. So now you can see I'm adding these doors. I really liked this door. It looked really good with this house, and out of all the things, I think I hate it the least than some of the other stuff. Now I'm just laying out this house. I like open floor plans, so I didn't actually have that many walls in here. But the stairs were a little interesting to put in. It's just a weird thing to stick in the house. I never quite know where I want to put stairs. And in this upstairs, it was so hard to lay out because of the stairs. They just took up the middle of the room and left me with 2 really awkward skinny bedrooms. I end up changing up the upstairs a little bit, but not that much. And so now I am starting on the kitchen. I love these Parenthood counters because they actually look good in blue, whereas I feel the base game ones don't. And I pulled out this get-together table because, again, I felt like it actually looked good in blue. This may be the one time I use that Parenthood fridge because I hate how none of the swatches match the counters just right. They're always a little bit off and it bugs me. But I also used the Parenthood stoves because, again, they came in a really nice blue color. And I liked that it wasn't an ugly, like, tealy blue color. I wanted an actual blue feel. I think I end up using base game bar stools. Yeah. Oh, no, I think those aren't base game. I think they're get together. But I end up changing the color swatch of them a little bit. And I use that Parenthood sink. I have never used a blue trash can. Heck, I never really use any trash cans other than the one that gives you money back. Like, I've always feel like that's a worthwhile investment. So this trash can, it was a first for me, and I don't think I'll ever use it again. But it was cool. I tried adding some like schmancy counters in the kitchen and some schmancy cabinets, but none of it really worked. You know, trying to put cabinets on the side of the fridge just looked really weird. And I didn't like the way any of it was shaping out, so I just left it as it was. I finally put in the lighting here, and thank goodness my favorite ceiling light, actually the whole community's favorite ceiling light, comes in a bluish shade. I tried adding that tiny living chandelier, but I do end up replacing it with one from City Living. And can I just say, I'm super excited that I finally got to use those City Living chairs. I never found an appropriate place to use those chairs, but I really like the way they look. Anyway, I used this really dark blue wood tone that came with the base game and that base game rug under the table just to break up some of the color a little bit. And that, for whatever reason, that like greenish rug technically swatched as blue, but I didn't end up using it. I ended up going with that rug there. and that's where I switched those stools and just put up a lot of wall art. I used that city living painting there, and oh my goodness, the doors. Apart from the front door and the kids' doors, the doors were the worst part because they all are in this ugly greenish swatch, and I don't want this house to look green. I want it to feel blue. So that was irritating. Anyway, I think this is the only room I end up using curtains. That's a little weird. But here I'm adding in the lights, and this is when I switched that out for that city living lamp. I really like it. And the bathroom was honestly kind of fun. There's still a lot of blue stuff in The Sims to use, so why not? I think that there's a lot of parenthood stuff in this bathroom, and I do end up using that get together hand towel because I think it looks really cute, and I think that's a parenthood rug that I put in there. So now I'm just putting up some little wall art pieces. I looked through the catalog and I found this tiny living one. That tiny living picture shows up like 3 or 4 times in this house. And then we move on to this living room-esque room. It's both a living room and like a little study. The parents' computers are in here, as well as some little kids' toys. So I'm using that tiny living television mixed with 2 parenthood couches. None of the parenthood couches match and swatch, and it irritates me so much. But we kind of got to go with what we got. And then I use these parenthood bookshelves just to cover the wall a little better, make it feel a little less awkward. Then I put this base game desk in. All the blue desks looked awful, but I went with what I had and the only blue computer I could find. And then I put that circle rug in there. I tried sizing it up, but it was too big sized up. So I left it as it was and sized down this Seasons coffee table. It's probably not usable because the original coffee table was huge, but it was what I could do with what I had. And I really wanted a small coffee table in there that was mostly blue. So now I'm adding in the kids' desk because I felt that this kid probably did their homework downstairs in a family room area, and it was just really cute. So I made a little toddler corner over there with a dollhouse. Yeah, sizing down dollhouses makes them still playable, even though sizing down a bunch of other things doesn't, because your Sims don't actually interact with the dollhouse. They're just like waving dolls outside the dollhouse. That works just fine. I did end up sticking a city living bookcase thing on the kids' desk. So that's, if you don't have city living, that's where you'll be missing some content. But I put a lot of different wall decorations up. I love those Seasons paintings. I think I use every single bluish swatch of them in this entire house. And I put the tiny living antler there. Antlers. It's a deer. I need to remember that. But anyway. And then onto underneath the stairs. I didn't want to like wall in the staircase, so I put that light blue mat there. And I considered putting like a china cabinet thing in that space, but it didn't look right. So I put instead this like picnic basket and then headed upstairs after remembering that I kind of needed a railing on the steps. I found this cute base game one and had it on up. So I started by just, opening that space up a little bit. I don't like the way the stairs were before, so that was really cute. And then I started adding lighting, and this is when I realized that the layout of the upstairs was a little wonky and just didn't quite work. So I ended up moving things around and moving the kids' bathroom to the other side of the house. And I tried messing around with the layout. Maybe these kids' bedrooms were going to be smaller, or the parents' bedroom was going to be smaller. But I ended up just making 2 bathrooms upstairs that were much smaller than I originally planned. I wanted the parents to have a nice bathroom, but it didn't end up happening because I needed to put a bathtub in the kids' bedroom in the kids' bathroom in order to put a toddler in the house. So normally I hate it when Simmers use that base game crap level bed, but I figured it was worth it for this build because, again, no one's ever going to be playing in this. No one ever plays in a solid color challenge house. But anyway, I put some of the parenthood decorations here and used that city living closet that I love so much. I expected that this room was for a little girl who liked a little bit of everything, but was kind of a bit of a nerd. That rug that I stuck there does stick out of the wall a little bit, but because it's covered up by the roof, you can't see it. I figured she, was a little bit of a nerd, but kind of just liked everything. I wanted to do like a wintry theme, but I ended up just going with some of the random tiny living pictures, and that cupcake in particular I thought was really cute. So I just stuck some random kids looking artwork up on her wall and put a bunch of posters over her bed in order to make it feel a little more lived in, and change that bed to a brighter blue swatch. I wanted to use that door, but ended up going with the unicorn door, just give it a little more of a girly vibe. And then we were on to the toddler's bedroom. So I expected this toddler, it really could be for a little boy or a little girl, but I expected this toddler to be a little boy who likes dinosaurs, but really, again, doesn't quite know what he's into because I feel like no toddler has a set plan for what they want to do with themselves. I stuck a cute bookshelf in the corner, and I made sure to put a toddler tablet in here since I wasn't going to be putting a lot of other equipment to age up your toddlers. Skill up your toddlers, same difference. I shoved a few toys in his corner, and I think I put a rug on his floor. And that was about it. Yeah, I did put that rug on his floor. I thought it looked really cute. And then I put a cute little door there and made his walls a bright blue, and I added a bunch of the wall decals. I really liked the way they looked, and I figured, he's a little kid, he's probably just got some painted decorations in his room. Maybe he scribbled them on himself. So now we're on to the kids' bathroom. I put again another scribble door. I really liked the way they looked, and they actually came in a blue, unlike all the other ones. So I managed to squeeze in a toilet and a toddler potty and a sink, as well as some other stuff, as well as the bathtub. And I do end up putting a mirror in this bathroom, but it's on the wall next to the toddler's bedroom. I was going to put the mirror out in the hallway, then I was like, well, I still have that whole wall to cover, and I can put the towel rack somewhere else. And so I put it in there. I put some soap on the sink. And now we're moving on to the parents' bedroom. I used this season's bed because it was a really nice bright blue. Oh, and then I got to adding the dresser. I decided to use a get-together closet because it was really cute and I liked the way it looked, and it made it so I didn't have to like put too much work into finding a way to put a dresser in their room. Again, doors were the hardest part. I ended up using the same door that I used on the bathroom downstairs, but I really hate that door. And the Sims just doesn't have any good blue doors, or at least not in the packs that I have, because I do have a limited number of packs. But anyway, here I am putting some little decorations up on the parents' walls. I love that season's painting so much, and I did put 2 of them up in their room. And then it was on to the parents' bathroom, which is the last interior room that I needed to do. I used this seasoned shower and put a cute little sink in there. I think it's a base game sink, and that blue toilet that I had to put in all the bathrooms because there are no good blue toilets. And then I did the wallpaper and the flooring and made sure I put a little picture up on their wall since I put a mirror in their bathroom. And then it was on to the backyard. So I didn't quite know what I wanted to do for the backyard, whether I was going to go like a fully fenced in backyard or something. But that toddler stuff pack fence looked really cute. So I made like a little kids area where these kids could hang out. I do end up switching out the swing set for a monkey bars because I thought that the monkey bars were cuter and they were a little more playable. I used that Seasons kiddie pool and water balloons thing and a sprinkler, and I put that toddler slide in there from Toddler Stuff, made sure I put a gate on it, and then I raised the house up and started doing the porch. I put these cute looking stairs on there and added a little bit of a fence to the front porch, and then I moved the back forward. I moved the house forward a little bit so I could add a little bit of a back porch and some adorable looking chairs. I was going to put a coffee table on the back porch, but it didn't really seem to fit, so I just stuck with what I had. But I put this cute blue wood on both porches and put just a couple chairs. I figured the parents want their kids to get outside, and sometimes they watch their kids, but they also have a little enclosed play area for them. And I debated adding some other stuff outside, but then it was on to landscaping, and I only saw that flower thing, that ugly like bluish purple flower in the bushes section, so I thought that was all I had. But there were some other flowers, and I did manage to make this look cute, but because there were no terrain paints or trees, I couldn't really make it look that interesting. So it was really kind of sad. I really wanted to put a tree in this house, but I couldn't. And now we are coming up on the screenshots. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, as it really helps me out with all I'm doing. And with that, folks, I will see you next Monday.